Up next, Sam and Doug Harris will fire up the highly anticipated Hudson Hornet.
All right, so this is the moment of truth. Now, you guys already saw this car running on the engine run stand, but we've already put it in the car now. We don't have a wire harness. We talked about Doug is going to remake the wire harness. Hopefully, you'll do a good job and it'll run when it gets back.
I'm going to try.
Okay, that'd be great.
6 volts, don't forget.
6 volts, don't forget.
Yeah, well,
6
I use
volts.
thinner wires.
Now, what we did was we hooked up our starter, we hooked up our generator, and we pretty much have alligator clips to the coil to fire it up, and we're jump starting the starter cylinder with the battery. And we have our timing light hooked up to 12 volts because it's a 12 volt timing light, all right? And I got Wade with Merlin Auto Group. This is the gentleman that rebuilt the carburetors and the distributor on the distributor dyno, which is cool.
Right.
A lot of people today don't know what that is. And he's gonna come in and he's gonna help us dial in the carburetors. Even though Doug knows how also, he's got the tools to make sure they're both balanced. And Doug, you used to do it the old fashioned way with your hands, correct?
All hands, yeah.
There you go. Thank you, Wade, so much for coming on board with us. What are you going to do first?
Well, thanks for having me, first of all. Well, first thing we need to do is just get it fired up and see how it runs. And once it's fired up, we'll check the timing, make sure the timing's kind of close. Then we have a unisync, which is a little device that tells me how the carburetors are flowing. You'll see that the chokes are closed right now, so we're going to need to let it warm up a little bit. Once it warms up, chokes open. And if it's synced up, we're good to go. There's a couple of screws on the bottom. We can make sure there's enough fuel for it to idle. But hopefully after the fire up on the stand, this thing's going to fire up easily and we're just going to make it happen.
And that's why I got Wade on board with us, because everyone knows I'm a fuel injection man. I don't know carburetors. That's why I say carb, because it's easier to spell. So let's go ahead and get started and tune this thing in.
All right.
Do you want me to loosen the screw at the base here so you can move it and put it atop the center and have that adjustment for final tuning?
So let's go ahead and get it spun over, see what the timing is. I guess you stabbed it in kind of close, did you?
Yes, sir.
Good. Go ahead. Let's do it.
Thank you, Doug, for noticing there was trash in the gas. And Sam, if you would have listened to me, we'd have been way farther ahead.
Cool. And then say thank you, Sam, for building the baddest car ever.
Thank you, Sam, for building.
Wade, this thing sounds awesome. Thank you so much for doing a great job on tuning it up. What do you think?
Oh, I think it's great, Wade. I appreciate it. Tremendous job. Just
Thanks,
tremendous.
Doug. I really appreciate you having me.
We got heat, we got 50 PSI oil pressure, our timing is set, it idles on its own.
Yep.
Now, we did have to go over a little hurdle as far as fuel goes.
Yeah, apparently they don't really run on water. We found that out, but you know, we got that solved.
We just got a little bit of contaminated gas, but we dealt with it, we hurdled over it, we're good to go. Now, do you have any tips on people who want to do this at home? Dialing in a pair of carburetors and or timing their distributor?
Well, I think one of the most important things with the distributor is we set it up on the distributor machine. If you didn't have the distributor machine, we would be trying to start this car, get the point set, get the timing set, verify the advance curve. With the distributor machine, it's plug and play.
That way you know what works, you put it on, that's one variable out of the equation.
Right, and there's not a lot of them left in the country, you know, so you're gonna have to find somebody that has one, but it's worth it.
Now describe the tool that you use to balance out the two carburetors.
So the unisync is a very simple little tool. It just has a little bobber that floats with the air that passes through, and you can adjust how much air passes through for the particular carburetor, and it floats. And when you get it in this spot, you put it to the next carburetor and you make sure it flows the same. That's all there is to it. The magic is making sure it flows the same, not the tool, but you do have to have the tool to tell you. Or you could do it like Doug used to and just kind of stick your eyeball down in there.
Yeah, okay.
He's been bragging about that all week.
That's
Don't
right.
remind him.
Yeah. No, it's the hands. It's all
This
about
is
the
just
hands.
faster.
Well, there you go, guys. This Hudson is running well. All we got to do is complete the exhaust system. It needs a muffler, a tailpipe, and a midpipe. All I did this morning was make us a downpipe so we can tune the engine, and he's not getting blasted with exhaust. So the next thing we have to do is button everything up and go to the great race, right?
That sounds great.
That's going to be fun.
When we return, Sam and Doug Harris will get into the details overviewing the Hudson Hornet restoration.